Hello, my friend. Welcome to today's episode. I'm really glad you're here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a movie in English and understood it? Have you ever listened to someone speak English and you knew exactly what they meant? Or maybe you read an article, a social media post, or even a short book in English and everything made sense. You felt good. You thought, yes, I understand this language. But then something strange happens. When it's your turn to speak, your mind goes blank. The words disappear. Your heart beats faster. And suddenly, it feels like all that English you understood just vanished. You can't think of the right words. You feel nervous. You say nothing. Maybe you smile politely, maybe you just stay quiet, hoping no one asks you anything. If this sounds familiar, trust me, you're not alone. This happens to so many English learners all over the world. It even happened to me. I know how frustrating it feels. You study hard, you listen a lot, you understand so much, but still, when it's time to speak, you feel stuck. And you start asking yourself, why can I understand English, but I still can't speak it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this episode. I'll share with you the real reasons why this happens, and more importantly, I'll show you simple, easy steps you can take to finally speak English with more confidence. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need big, difficult words. You just need the right method and the right mindset. So, stay with me until the end, because this video might be the beginning of a big change in your English journey. Let's get started. Now that we've talked about the problem, let's look at the reasons why it happens. Why can we understand English but still feel afraid, nervous, or unable to speak? The first reason is simple. We don't practice speaking. We spend a lot of time reading and listening. We watch English videos. We read English books. We listen to podcasts or songs. And that's great. It helps us understand more and more. But understanding is not the same as speaking. Speaking is a skill. And like any skill, it needs practice. Think about it like this. Imagine learning how to play the guitar. You watch guitar videos every day. You listen to music. You read about chords, but you never touch the guitar. Will you be able to play? Of course not. It's the same with English. If you don't open your mouth and use the language, your speaking skill won't grow. The second reason is fear. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes. We worry too much. What if I say something wrong? What if people laugh? What if they don't understand me? This fear stops us from speaking. We want to sound perfect, so we say nothing. But let me tell you something important. Perfection is not the goal. Communication is. You don't need perfect grammar to speak. You just need to be understood. And most people will understand you, even if your sentence is not 100% correct. The third reason is overthinking. When we speak, we often try to translate every word from our native language into English. We think too much about grammar, word choice, sentence structure. And while we are thinking, the moment passes. The conversation moves on. We miss the chance to speak. This happens because we are trying to be perfect instead of natural. But speaking should be simple. The more we think, the more pressure we feel. So to summarize, the 3 big reasons we can't speak are: 1. We don't practice speaking. 2. We are afraid of making mistakes. And 3. We overthink and try to speak perfectly. These are the silent enemies of speaking confidence. But don't worry, in the next part, I'll show you how to break these barriers and start speaking English with more freedom and less fear. So now that we know the reasons why we don't speak, let's talk about how to fix it. How can we start speaking English even if we feel nervous or shy? The first and most important step is this: speak a little every day. Yes, every single day. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. Even if you're alone. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a teacher. You don't even need another person. All you need is your voice. Try talking to yourself. Describe what you're doing. Say your thoughts out loud in English. For example, you can say things like, "Now I'm making breakfast," or "Today I feel tired, but I want to practice English." It may feel strange at first, but it works. You are training your brain to think in English, not just translate. Another great tip is to use a mirror. Look at yourself and speak. Pretend you're talking to a friend. This helps build confidence and makes speaking feel more natural. You can also record your voice. Just use your phone. Say something in English, then listen. Don't be afraid of how you sound. This is how you improve. When you hear your own voice, you start to notice your progress. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Small steps every day lead to big results. Think of speaking English like exercising. If you go to the gym once a month, nothing changes. But if you move your body a little every day, you get stronger. It's the same with your English voice. Use it daily, and soon you'll feel more comfortable and more confident. So remember, speak a little every day. Talk to yourself. Use a mirror. Record your voice. Don't wait for the perfect time. The best time to start speaking is now. In the next part, I'll show you how to deal with the fear of making mistakes and why mistakes are actually a good thing. Let's talk about something that stops many people from speaking English: the fear of making mistakes. I understand this fear very well. For a long time, I was afraid to speak because I didn't want to sound silly. I didn't want to say something wrong. I thought people would laugh at me or judge me, so I stayed quiet. But here's the truth. This fear is not helping us. It's only holding us back. When we are afraid to speak, we lose chances to practice. And without practice, we don't improve. So the real mistake is not speaking at all. The truth is, mistakes are normal. They are part of learning. Think about how children learn to speak. They make mistakes all the time, and they don't care. They just keep talking, learning, and growing. That's why they improve so fast. But adults, we worry too much. We want to speak perfectly from the start, but that's not how language works. You have to allow yourself to speak badly at first. You have to accept your broken sentences, your small vocabulary, your wrong grammar, because that's the only way you will grow. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn. Every mistake is a lesson. Every mistake is progress. And guess what? Most people don't care if your English is not perfect. If they understand you, that's enough. And many of them will even admire you for trying. So don't be afraid. Be proud. You are speaking a second language. That is something powerful. Speak with confidence, even if your English is not perfect. Speak with pride, even if you're still learning, because you are improving every time you try. In the next part, I'll give you one more important tip: how to make speaking easier by using simple words. You don't need big vocabulary to communicate. I'll show you how. Now we've come to the final part of today's episode. And if you're still here with me, I want to say thank you. Thank you for listening, for learning, and for not giving up. That already tells me something special about you. You care. You want to improve. You're serious about speaking English. And that's something to be proud of. Before we finish, I want to share one more important idea. Something that helped me a lot on my journey. It's this. You don't need big, complicated words to speak English well. You don't need to sound like a professor. You don't need to use fancy grammar. What you need is clarity, simplicity, confidence. You can say something powerful in very simple English. You can connect with people, make them smile, ask for help, share your thoughts, all with small, basic words. That's the beauty of language. It's not about showing off. It's about connection. So don't wait until your vocabulary is good enough. Start with what you already know. Start with the English you can use today and use it a lot. Let me tell you a little secret. Many native English speakers use simple language every day. They don't say, I am feeling extremely fatigued today. They say, I'm really tired. They don't say, I must depart immediately. They just say, I have to go now. So why should you try to sound more complex than them? Keep it simple. Keep it real. And remember this. Fluency is not about speed. It's not about speaking fast. Fluency is about flow. It's about speaking without fear, without freezing, without worrying too much. It's about feeling comfortable in your own English voice. That's the goal, and it is 100% possible for you to get there. But don't wait for the perfect day to begin. Start now. Start today. Speak to yourself in the morning. Describe your thoughts during the day. Record your voice. Join a speaking group online. Find a language partner. Or just talk to your pet. Yes, even your cat or dog can help. The key is to use your voice. Train your brain to think in English, little by little, day by day. You might feel slow at first. You might make mistakes. You might feel shy. But I promise you, that's not the end of your story. That's just the beginning. You are stronger than your fear. You are more capable than you think. Your English voice is inside you. You just need to let it out. And every time you speak, even a little, you are building something. You are building confidence. You are building courage. You are building your future. So keep going. Keep speaking. Keep showing up. Even on days when you feel tired or unmotivated or afraid, because every small step you take brings you closer to your goal. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be brave. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this episode gave you some clarity, some hope, and some real tools you can use. If it helped you, share it with a friend. Speak with someone today. And most importantly, believe in yourself. You can speak English, and you will. One word at a time. If you found this video helpful and meaningful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you, and see you in the next one.